What's up everyone, my name is Dylan from gunspot.com, and in this video I'm here for the armorylife.com. And today we're going to be talking about the best backpack that I think is the do-it-all backpack that can literally do just about anything, and that for me is going to be the Eberlestock G1 Little Brother. Before I get into explaining why I think this backpack is perfect for everything, let me show you all the pockets here. So up top here we have a shallow little pocket. This is all the space that it is right here where you see my hand. And this is for those items that you're going to need quickly or that you might use often, where you just take the pack off, open it up, and then right there you can get into all your stuff. Now you can also open up the big flap, the main pocket, and from here you can reach all the way down and access everything through the pack all the way down to the bottom. So you can do it that way, or if you've got everything organized out in your pack and you've got everything laid out, you can also open it this way. So you can unzip this right here and lay open the whole pack to see everything that's inside here. Now on the inside here, I do have a frame added, which is an additional add-on feature for about 20 bucks when you check out. But inside the pack here, as you can see, like I said, this is the top compartment and this is all of it. So you can organize everything there. We've got molly loops on the inside of this. We've got molly loops on the inside of the side over here, and this side, we've got a pouch right here that's sewn in, a pouch right here that's sewn in, one that's here, and one that's here. Now if I open this up, I can undo these nylon clasps right here, and this is going to reveal our hydration pouches. So right here, we've got two big full-length pouches here for our hydration bladders. So I've got one that comes all the way down like this, and one that comes all the way down like that. So here in the United States, from about 2020, 2019 on, we've been living in some pretty strange times and seeing some pretty odd stuff. And so I believe preparedness has become more important for Americans, and people like you and me are starting to think about it more and more than we ever have. So something that I started to consider doing is I already kind of had what I would consider a go bag, but it just wasn't that good, if we're being honest. And so I started to look into things that were more advanced, more durable, and had more features, and my search led me to none other than kind of the king of backpacks in the backpack world, in my opinion, especially when it comes to this sort of application, Eberlestock. Eberlestock makes some fantastic stuff. You need to go over and check out their website. They got tons and tons of stuff. If you've never heard of Eberlestock, now's your chance. They are super awesome. So anyways, I went looking on their site and I ended up landing on the G1 Little Brother. And to me, with everything you're able to do through their site with extra add-ons and stuff, this is the perfect backpack for just about every situation. Now let me explain why I chose to have a backpack that could adapt to so many different things. Well, really the first reason is because we can prepare and kind of have these bug out bags and you know, this bag that's perfect for camping and stuff like that, or whatever it is, you know, bugging out in the woods, things like that, this survivalist backpack. But even as strange as times are, in my lifetime, in my parents' lifetime, the amount of times that my parents have had to throw everything that they needed in a backpack, pick up that go bag, and head out to the woods and survive for a week or 2 weeks during societal collapse has been a grand total of 0 times. Now that doesn't mean that being prepared is bad, it doesn't mean that it could never happen, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be prepared for it. Obviously, the more prepared you are, the less emergencies you're going to have. So anyways, I wanted a bag that could do all those things, but since it's pretty unlikely to have to head for the hills and actually truly bug out as if life itself depended on it, I wanted a backpack that could do a bunch of things. That could be really good for hunting, that could be good for a backpacking hiking trip, that could be good for camping, and then that could be that survival backpack as well, and something that is kind of like what the military would call an assault backpack. And so this, I feel like, covers all those areas really, really well. Now let me get into why I think it does that. Well, first of all, it's got a pretty good amount of storage, as you can see right here. It's classified as a 3-day pack, so it's got a pretty good amount of storage. Now, if the storage isn't enough for you, maybe you're going on a backpacking trip and you are going to be hiking 50 miles on foot and you need to have just tons and tons of stuff in here, don't worry. Eberlestock sells bigger backpacks, and if you know that's what you want to do, you could buy one. Or if you're like me, you could get this one and you can actually upgrade it. So on their website, they have these things called saddlebags and bat wings, and it actually builds out the backpack where it's much bigger on the sides, and you kind of get what is equivalent to, I would say, about a half of this backpack size. So you can really build out your kit. Now, if you're concerned about weight, you know, carrying a bunch of weight and being able to support it, when you check out with this, you can actually add an interior frame to the pack for about 20 bucks, which I did. And so that's why my backpack, as you can see, holds its shape and is rigid, is because there's actually an internal frame in here. Now, if you're carrying a lot of weight, let's say you're someone who hunts in mountainous territory, so you have to be packing in with trekking poles, and you've got your bag on, and you've got your rifle on, you've got to support the weight of your rifle, and if you have a successful hunt, then you have to, you know, carve up your game animal and carry it out, and you have to pack all that meat out on your back. Well, this little frame is probably not going to cut it for you. And you're probably thinking, well, then that's a goner for me. This bag is worthless. But that's not actually the case. Eberlestock sells an exterior frame, the F1 main frame. And this frame is pretty expensive. It's actually more expensive than this backpack, but once you see what you're able to get with it, I think you'll understand. So this backpack itself attaches to that frame, and then the frame would come right here and would come under to help support the weight. So it's kind of an L shape that comes behind and then under, so the pack kind of sits on it like that. Now what's really cool, and there's pictures on their website, is you can actually, the distance between the frame and the back of the backpack, you can loosen and shove stuff in between it while still utilizing that bottom shelf of the frame. So there's a picture on the website of a guy who's got the G1 little brother, and it is loaded with stuff. And then in the middle, he's got a big bag of all of his game meat. I believe it's got elk antlers sticking out the side, and that's all strapped to the frame, and then the pack is strapped around the meat to the frame. And so you're able to do that with this and carry an extreme amount of weight. But if you wanted to scale this down, this actually comes without this belt right here. So it comes without the belt. There is a pack or a pouch right here. I can actually run my hand through. There's my fingers right there. So I'm running my hand through this, and that is where my belt comes in. There's Velcro on the inside, and it Velcros down. And then of course that can help support weight if you're carrying weight. But it comes with just this strap, so your shoulder straps, and then your little chest harness strap here across the front. So right out of it, when you purchase it from the website, it's pretty average-ish looking, besides the fact that it does have a little bit of a military look to it. But it doesn't have all the garb or the frame or anything like that. Now for me, I knew that I wanted this, so you actually can purchase the belt separately and put it on. So again, the thing I loved about this backpack is whether you're hunting and you're going in mountainous territory and you've got to have trekking poles and things like that, you can support the weight. But if you want something casual that you're just throwing over your shoulder, popping it in the truck, you can just take it as is. You can add a frame if you know you're going to be carrying a little bit more weight. You can add the belt if you're going to be carrying more weight. You could add the big frame for more and more weight, and then you can add those extra bat wings on the side for even more storage. So really, there's limitless options, and I'm actually forgetting the best one yet. So Eberlestock is known for making some wicked cool scabbards that can store your bolt action rifles, or what they call tactical rifles. And the way that these work is this actually fits. There's a sleeve in here, and I'll unzip it so I can show you. But if you purchase it, there's a sleeve that comes through this, through the top of the pack and out the bottom, so that while you're wearing the backpack, you can have your rifle stored on your back. Now, the reason why that would be important is if you live in that hard terrain and you're hiking with trekking poles or something like that and you need both hands free, you'll actually be able to store the rifle like that to carry it much easier. So let me show you how you do that. So all the way around the outside of the backpack, there's actually a zipper, and if you unzip all the way around it, it's actually going to leave the sleeve where you can see daylight through the backpack. So right here, my arm is through this in the backpack, and it's not always there. Like I said, you have to unzip it to make this shown. But this is exactly where your rifle scabbard slips. So your rifle scabbard can hook right into this. It drops into this sheath here, and that's how you're able to carry your rifle scabbard. So what's really cool is, say you're hiking through and you set up camp, you can of course pull your scabbard out of that and store it separately in camp, closer to you, maybe the closer to where your bag is, etc., whatever. Point is, you have two different pieces. You have the scabbard, which can come in and out of this, and it's perfect for packing it in while hunting, especially in those instances where you need both your hands. All right, guys, that's it for this video. There's more information in the article below. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope that I will see you in the next one.